Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of A Gardener's Journey Homestead. I am Barbara, and today I am outside and we are doing more work on the in-ground garden beds. You guys have been following me, you know that we have been trying to get this in-ground space together. So those of you, if you are new, I do have a high tunnel that's 30 by 96, and so we've been growing in that, and then also raised beds in the back of my house. But this summer we are going to plant in ground and add an additional garden space. It's about 20 by 96, so pretty decent size, and so we've been trying to get that bed ready. So in this video today, I'm going to take you through the next step of us preparing that space to plant for the summer. All right, let's go. Okay, so here's the space just to kind of keep you, get you up to speed. So where we left off in the last video about this topic, we had first we did a till, and then that didn't work as well. We plowed it, and then once we plowed it, we were able to come in and till it again, and we added in all of our amendments. And then we attempted to make rows. So what we're going to do today is we're actually going to cover the top with compost before we lay the ground cover fabric down. And so that's the part that we're working on today. So my husband has gotten the compost on the tractor. We've dumped some at either end. You can probably see, yeah, that right there at the end, that's a stack of compost. We're going to kind of just rake it in, shovel it in, and kind of cover this whole space with compost. Instead of us doing it by the hole, I think this will be a quicker and easier way to go. And because this ground has never been planted in before, I think it'll be good to have compost over the whole thing instead of us trying to mound it up before the paper and then try to put it in each hole. So we're going to do it this way and see how it goes. So what we've decided to do is we're actually going to make mounded rows. I did that same concept in my greenhouse, and we really like it to kind of have it mounded up instead of just doing flat garden rows. It allows the roots to go down deeper and have more space. We tried it in the greenhouse and it worked really, really well. So we're going to try it out here. So that's what we're actually going to do first. We're actually going to take the compost, instead of us just like raking the compost all the way over the entire space, we're going to actually make mounds. But the first thing we're going to do is to work on getting our rows straight. So in the last video, we were using this tool that's a row maker, and it did make rows. Now that has been actually like maybe a couple of weeks ago, since we've been back out here just with everything going on. And so the rows, you can still kind of see them. They are still defined, but they were not as straight as I wanted them to be, just because, you know, anyway, we're going to make the rows a little bit straighter. So what we're going to do now is we're actually going to use some garden stakes as posts, and we have some jute twine to serve as the string or whatever to kind of make the rows straight. So we're going to do that. And then also I wanted to work on the spacing between the rows. After I saw what we had done, the rows were a little bit too narrow for what I wanted to do. Now I do know, of course, the more narrow the space, the more you can plant, but I'm more concerned about my ability to harvest and get in between the rows and all of that. And everything, you know, that I've seen, they said, you know, it looks like there's a lot of space, but once the plants and stuff get really big and it's time to harvest, you don't want to be on your hands and knees and, you know, knocking stuff over because you didn't leave enough space. So I'm going to go on the larger side in terms of spacing, because I think that's what'll be best for me. And again, I got a lot to say grace over here, so I'm not going to be as concerned with trying to take up every available inch in very, very narrow rows. This is my first time planting the in-ground space, so let's just go with what I think and we'll go from there. So you guys can see the string, it's really just like jute twine. Let me see if I can get a little bit closer. You can't really see it without me walking all the way down there, but there is a garden stake, just a regular, like, here's one right here. Show him that, honey. Just a regular garden stake. That's what he has at the other end. And then he's putting the string. He already put the string on the one end, and then he's putting the string on the end up here. So we'll do that. You guys can kind of see that there. And that's how we're going to do the straight rows. Okay, guys, you can see We have the rows. So I'm gonna end up having 7 rows. At first it was 8 with the original spacing, but now it's 7. So yeah, I wanted an even number just because. But it's not working out right now with the space. I want to try how this spacing is going to be, and then obviously if I feel like it's too much space this time, then next time we'll do something different. But I want to start off this way. You guys can kind of see the rows. My husband is putting the last row together, so you can see. Let me back out a little bit. You can see, let's see. So you can kind of see the rows and how we have them set up. Hey guys, it is another day. Still completing this video. So it's been probably a couple of days since we started making the rows straight. And so what we're doing now is we're mounding up the dirt. I'll turn you around and let you see some of what we're doing. We're going to do like mounded rows like we did in the greenhouse, and then we're going to cover it all with paper. So let me turn you around so you can see so far what we've done. Okay, so you can see the first whole row is done. If I didn't tell you, we ended up with 7 rows, and again, 7 rows, they're about 100, probably, yeah, close to 100 feet. The greenhouse is 96, so it's about the length of the greenhouse, give or take. So let's just say 90 feet to be safe. So you can see how we have on the far right, that row is done. We're just going to keep doing that. We're mounding up the row, so that way when we plant, it's planted, and that's compost that we're mounding up with. So that way when we plant, it's going to be in the compost in the soil, and it'll have a deeper root system as it kind of goes down. So we're just going to keep doing that until we get it all done. Okay, so y'all can see we have most of the rows done. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the rows done. The 7th row is on the way, and we have been at this for like 2 to 3 hours. So you can see Marcus in the background bringing more dirt. I'm determined we're gonna plant something in this ground today with the Lord's help. So I have some friends who have come to help me. Hold on just a second. I have some friends who have come to help me. Y'all know I told you I was gonna have a planting party. Well, I have some friends now. You know you got true friends when they'll come help you in the garden and they don't garden, right? So let me introduce you to my friends. My friends. My dear friends, Elaine and Edith. Say hi to the YouTube people.
Hello, everybody.
Edith, you gotta say hi to the YouTube people.
Hello.
What made y'all come all this way out here to come and help me plant?
Well, we came to learn.
Oh, they came.
We've already learned something so much.
What have you learned?
That when the leaves turn yellow, that's how you know you can pull the potatoes up out the ground. The Yukon Gold.
Absolutely,
Yes,
absolutely.
yes. And it only takes one black-eyed pea. Yes, one to make a plant.
That's it. That's
Make
it. A pod. That's right. That is right.
Okay, all right. I
Yep. Absolutely, absolutely.
Yes.
So I am so happy that they are here. We're gonna get busy. We're gonna get to working. Okay, y'all. So one of the things I want to tell you is that gardening can be about community, right? So it doesn't have to just be you by yourself. Get some of your friends to come and help you. If they're your friends, they'll come help you, right? Even if they're not into gardening, right? And guess what? Guess who's gonna get the first harvest? These two, right? Because they came and helped, right? Because they came and helped. And there's some other people who were supposed to come and help who didn't, because this is going abroad. I'm not gonna call your name, but if you're listening, you know who you are. Put a comment down. Ask the Lord to forgive you.
If you have a big dog, you know.
Somebody said if you have a big dog, you know exactly who we're talking about. And your initials are M, J. Yeah. So anyway, okay, y'all, we're gonna get back to work. everybody, I'm back again. It's yet another day. I didn't get a lot of footage from when I had my friends out here planting, just because it got really crazy, really busy, and I just didn't stop and turn the camera on. So I'm going to show you what we completed. I'm going to go ahead and end this video, and I'll start a new video when we get back to it on this space. So let me turn you around and walk you through what we did and bring you up to speed, and you can see, and then I'll talk about some lessons learned just as we got started planting. But we did make a lot of progress, but there's still more to go. So as you can see, we got all of the paper down, and we've planted two rows completely and started the third row. Let me see if I can zoom in so you can kind of see the rows and the holes. This first row is okra, you can kind of see that. And then behind the okra is corn by seed. So of course you can't see that because it's popping up. The second row is green beans and corn. And then that third row in the very back is going to be corn as well. So I got suggestions from you guys about doing double blocks and shorter rows of corn versus one long row. So that's what we're trying to do. And I'll talk a little bit about that as well. But you can see we got all of the paper down everywhere. We ran out of landscape staples, but you can see here how it's a little bit more defined where the rows are. We put landscape staples on each side of the mound, if you can see that. And so we got to finish it up. So let me talk a little bit about, you can see what all we accomplished. And so on the corn, remember I was going to do 2 long rows, and I got suggestions from you guys and also researching it said to do double blocks and shorter rows. So what I did was, each row is about 100 foot. I did half of the row for corn, and I'm thinking even that's too much. I probably should have done maybe 25 feet of corn 4 times across. So there'd be like shorter blocks of rows, but I've already done like 50 feet. So here are a couple of lessons learned. And if it looks like I'm talking funny, it's because in between the video I showed you and to now, I've had 4 wisdom teeth removed. And so this is the day after, but I wanted to go ahead and finish up this video. So here are a couple of things I learned. I learned this is a big space. These rows are long, really long, right? So I definitely did not start enough seed and will not have enough of my own transplants to put out here to fill up this space. That's number one. So I'll have to do the rest by seed. I have, I think, plenty of seed to accomplish it, but certainly did not calculate how big of a space this is until we started planting. I'm gonna say it one more time, y'all. These rows are long. They are long. I'm feeling a little, I don't want to say overwhelmed, but whatever the word beneath that would be. Like, it's a lot to say grace over. I am excited and I'm grateful that I have the space. It is not going as fast as I would want it. Ideally, I would have wanted the whole space to be planted while my friends were here. That didn't happen because we had a lot of work to do before that by finishing up the rows, laying the paper down, and all of that. And we even still had 2 additional people. And then, y'all, just by the end of the day, I ran out of gas. I couldn't do anymore. I had been at it for like 10 hours. So we did get 2 rows planted. Watering this is going to be a beast. It's going to take forever to water with a hose pipe, but that's what I have right now. We're going to put in, hopefully, drip tape irrigation soon. But if I had to guess, with everything else going on and what all we have to finish, that may be at least 30 days out. So hand watering it is. Also, we need to put up a fence around this. Luckily and prayerfully, it's been out for 2 to 3 days and nothing has bothered it, but I don't want to take that chance. My dogs do a pretty good job of keeping animals and pests away, and you guys know the space behind my house is not fenced and I haven't had any issues. But I do think the safest thing to do is going to be to fence this area in. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and cut this vlog short because it's been broken up into several parts, but at least from the beginning of the video to now, you can see the progress that we made what we've done, what we have left to do, which is a lot. So send some prayers up for sure. And I just want to talk about how this gardening journey is not always easy. It's not always glamorous. It doesn't go to plan. It doesn't go as quick as you want it. And sometimes you miscalculate, or your ambitions or what your eyes have plans for can sometimes be bigger than what's actually possible. And I'm feeling all of that. Okay. I'm feeling all of that. But my goal is to do what I can as fast as I can, as much as I can. And I pray that the Lord, I know that he will, he'll give the strength, and he'll give whatever is necessary to complete this. So thank you guys so much for watching this vlog. It's been made over a process of probably a week or so. So thank you for keeping up. If it was a little spotty, I apologize. Send some prayers up for this wisdom tooth situation of mine. I'm seeing that my lip looks kind of swollen, but hey, it is what it is. Thank you guys so much. Remember, gardening is a journey, y'all. I'm feeling it. It is not instantaneous. It is a journey, but let's grow together. I'll see you next time.